in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Hello.
I was like, oh, I want to do this show. I've had this show's been living in my heart since like when was it? It was right when my ex and I started dating. I had the idea to do this show.
And now you're doing it.
Now I'm doing it. Now it's coming up on 2 years.
Wow.
I think it's 2 years.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
I think it's 2 years. Maybe
That's fantastic.
This month or last month is 2 years. Of No Suggestion. Hello, everybody.
Hey, good
What up?
evening.
This is an improv comedy talk show. No Suggestion. I'm your host, Ralph Jean Pierre. Co-host Aston Hollins is here. And we have a wonderful guest in the house, Kim Alou.
That's right. Here I am.
Hey.
In the flesh.
Welcome.
That's a beautiful ass name. It is whimsical. What can you tell us?
How is it spelled?
It's spelled ALU.
ALU.
Yes,
Short and sweet.
Very short. And shockingly, so many people pronounce it incorrectly and spell it wrong. ALU, it's originally Sicilian. It was Illuminati, very close to Illuminati.
Wow.
I know.
Maybe you are descended.
I know.
Wow.
But then at Ellis Island, they were like, nah, this last name's way too long and complicated.
They
so
fucked up everyone's
you're a Lou
shit
now.
at Ellis Island. You
Oh,
know,
shit,
they
I
were
was
really
like, whatever.
taking liberties. Like,
Yeah.
oh, we'll just call you this here in America.
Yeah, that's good enough. Here you
so
go.
fucked up.
They were afraid of the Illuminati. Let's
They
keep
were.
it real.
Yeah.
They were terrified.
They were like, this is going to be bad news.
And here you are.
Here I am,
descended.
the worst news.
Damn.
I'm sure that's not true.
It depends on who you talk to, I think.
Illuminati. Okay, let's start with that. How do you feel about the Illuminati?
How do I feel about the Illuminati? I think that they run the world. I think most politicians are lizard people.
Could be.
You know, it's tough to look at the world where it's at and not think that. You know.
Yeah.
You know, Ralph, you want to chime
Where
in?
it's at.
Where it's at.
I got two turntables and a microphone. Where it's at.
Two turntables and a microphone.
I feel like I'm being like raining on somebody's parade or like peeing on their sandcastle when I say this, but I generally have like a very good feeling about the world and where it's at.
That's lovely.
Yeah, that is nice.
I know
really
that
good.
there's pain and degradation and death, but there's also a lot of the opposite.
Absolutely.
That's true.
There's a lot of positive. There's a lot of good mixed in with the bad. I think we all
take
have
the good, you take the bad.
Take it all,
take
then
them
you
both,
have
and then you have
The facts of life.
baby.
Wow, so many. Yeah, I really I was saying earlier how the last 2 years of my life have been painful, but
But that is growth.
Growth.
You know, that's how you grow.
absolutely. But I was also on record many times, probably on this podcast, saying the previous 2 years of my life were the best 2 years of my life.
Hell yeah.
So you know what I mean?
What if the best is yet to come, Ralph?
I do believe
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
I believe.
I
that.
always believe it.
Yeah.
Always. I don't care how old anybody is. The best is yet to
Yeah.
come, baby.
I always believe that. Yeah.
I feel it deeply. I think I feel it, and it feels good to feel that.
Grandma, sit down,
I don't
please.
wanna.
Grandma.
I don't want to sit down. Don't make me bend my knees.
Okay, I'm just trying to help you with your mobility.
I
Because
don't want any help with my mobility.
Yeah, you'll be more comfortable, Grandma.
I don't care
Just
about
sit
comfort.
down.
I want to stand. My knees are fine.
Well, at least let me take these football pads off of you. You don't need them. Grandma.
I don't need help. I'm my own woman.
Okay.
And just because I'm aging doesn't mean I can't, do things for myself.
Okay, Grandma.
I feel
okay.
disrespected in my house. You're like painting the little blacks under your eyes while you're talking to me. I don't want you playing football anymore.
I want to play football.
But it's time to retire.
It's time to retire,
Retire
Grandma.
that jersey number.
How dare you? When did it become my grandchildren's choice as to what I do with my life?
it's a violent game, Grandma. It's very dangerous, and a lot of people, can get traumatic brain injuries.
CTE, grandmother.
You can break bones,
Oh, like I haven't broken a hip already.
I know you have.
Yeah.
Marilyn,
We all know.
I'm fine, Marilyn. Okay.
It's a very dangerous thing to get your hip
for
replaced.
anybody. It has nothing to do with your age, Grandma. It's just
It feels like it has everything to do with my age. Donald, back up. Get away from me.
Okay, I thought I was just unlacing it.
I don't want you
At
to
some point, you have
unlace
to take
anything.
over
I'm
the...
going to
Many
tackle you
laces.
both.
Grandma.
I just knocked you over. There it is.
Stop. You're very forceful. I do have to say,
Grandma.
all right. There's still a lot of force that grandmother has.
But maybe it could be channeled
Ow.
into something more, something less dangerous.
Why are we so
Something more
concerned
peaceful.
with
Yeah.
peace and danger? What is wrong with an old woman asserting her power? What is wrong with that?
Grandma,
because
there's
you're
many
brittle.
ways to assert power.
Play chess.
You're
Join a-
telling me I'm brittle, and
Yeah.
yet I just knocked you over.
I really think I lost a
True.
tooth.
Yeah, so maybe you're the one who's brittle and falling apart. When's the last time you had some milk, Donald?
I'm
It's
I
been
am
very,
lactose
It's
intolerant
been very hard to follow your specific diet,
and
Grandma.
regimen.
This
Yes.
is what I'm saying.
All
It's you.
beef
Steak
jerky.
and milk. Yeah, beef jerky and milk.
It's a lot.
And look at me. I'm jacked. I'm rich.
It's true. It's true.
Can't bend your knees.
I can't bend my knees, but I couldn't do that when I was young either. I've
What
always had bad knees.
What if, Grandma? What if you get tackled in the knees, and what if that person takes you down to the ground and shatters both knees?
Marilyn, I'm going to kick you in a second.
I'm just a worrier. I can't help
Stop
it.
worrying.
I worry. I
We're
worry.
both neurotic. We're not like you, Grandma.
I know, Grandma.
Well, you got all of these genes from your father then. It's not my fault, okay? I raised your father to be a strong, independent creature, and he turned out to just, be a sad sack. And now look at the two of
I
you.
know.
He's an orthodontist.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's stressful. It's a stressful job.
You know what's stressful? 2 grandchildren who won't drink their milk and eat their beef jerky.
Grandma.
All right, Grandma. I see that we're not going to get anywhere with
No.
this.
No,
Can we ask you to just be done with football just for today?
yeah, for the next 15 minutes at least.
So we can have dinner peacefully.
Beef jerky.
Grandma, don't put your boots on the
I'm
table.
putting my boots on the table. If I can't wear my boots, I'm going to put them on the table.
Grandma,
All right. I love you, Grandma.
I love you too,
I
Donald.
love you all three.
Let's put our hands together for prayer. Ow, Grandma.
I can't help it. I'm strong.
Scene. Very nice.
Good for her.
Oh, that grandma was sassy.
She's very
She's
sassy.
ready.
I love it. I love
Beautiful times. Okay, Alu, Illuminati.
it. Yes.
Very, very wonderful. And I found out today that you're from Jersey.
I am.
Yes. Where in
Dirty
the Jersey of New?
Cream Ridge near Jackson, where the Six Flags is.
Cream
Six
Ridge?
Flags.
You want to know a really fun history lesson about
Yes,
Cream Ridge?
I
Yeah.
do.
My dad was thrilled to share this information with me when we moved to town. Cream Ridge, back during the Civil War, there was like an army up on a ridge in this town, like guarding something, and the South was moving up. And they were like, we got to stop them somehow. And they didn't have enough like ammunition or guys, but there was an abundance of creameries in this
Whoa.
town, all these cows and their milk. So they took all this cream and they
Whoa.
poured it down the
Get
ridges to stop the South from
And thus
advancing.
the name.
How
And
did that-
thus Cream Ridge
Whoa.
was born.
And what
Who
way did it
knew?
stop them?
This is the story I was told as a young child, and
Wow.
I believed it and never fact checked it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm believing it also.
Yes,
I
because
want
it's an
to believe it.
amazing
Yeah.
image of like this band of brothers coming together.
It was too slippery. They couldn't.
They couldn't
you
get
know,
up the
They
ridge.
couldn't ascend.
Was this band of brothers Tom and Jerry? This is.
No.
Ben and Jerry.
Ben and Jerry.
But still, damn it. It really stinks when you have a really choice joke and then you
No, Ben and
mess it up.
Jerry is the ice cream. Tom
But I
and
said
Jerry
Sam
was right.
is the cat and mouse.
But yeah, cats like cream.
Yeah.
That works
there
too.
you go.
There
Yeah.
we go. I appreciate you guys
It
being
works.
generous.
It works.
So what I'm imagining is, was it too slippery for them to climb up the ridge, or were they just too filled with
Or
delight?
was it like an avalanche where it just swept them away?
Or were they swept away with?
I don't know about you
Fond
guys, but
memories.
I'm having some of this. I'm having it. It's delicious.
I'm gonna
y'all.
make it up this ridge. I'm trying again.
You go for it, Gunther, but I'm gonna just lick this leaf here.
I am gonna try to climb it. I'm just one more time. I think we can do it. I mean, this is just ridiculous, y'all.
I always thought we was gonna lose this war.
What?
I
Really?
always thought we was gonna lose from the beginning.
Well, I can't.
I
believe-
didn't never say nothing, but I was like, we're gonna lose.
Well, then why are you fighting? Why are you even
Yeah,
here?
what are you fighting
even here
for?
What the hell is I gonna do back in town? Just wait for you guys to show back up? I've been just kind of going through the
That's
paces.
true. We are like the three best friends.
We are.
You know, if one of us is not there, it just
It won't be right.
wouldn't feel
It's
right.
true. It's true.
Okay, here I go.
He's gonna slip.
You
There he
gonna
goes.
slide back
There he
down?
goes.
Yeah, I'm back.
Gunther, it's all right. You know, just lick your wounds. And in this case, your wounds are real tasty. This
That's
milk
true.
is right.
I
It's cream.
mean, these cows must be so happy to
Contented.
make such delicious.
You know I can't have ice cream, and
I
you're
know,
just
I know.
describing
You're
it with
lactose
such
intolerant. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
so
so
decadent.
sorry.
You know I can't have none of
Gunther,
it.
I am so sorry.
I can't even let it touch my skin.
It's you know, why don't I just lick up a little dry spot for you? You could just hang out in. Would that help?
It just feels like I can't be part of the fun.
No,
I
you
don't
can be
believe
part-
in the war. I don't
mean,
believe in the war.
Do any of us really believe in
I
the
don't-
war?
I thought you both believed
I
in
don't
it.
believe in
I mean,
the
I
war.
pretend to believe because, you know, I don't want to.
Be yelled at.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I
Not
don't
a
want to get in
corporal.
trouble.
No.
Don't get in
No.
trouble with the corporal.
No, corporals.
I don't want to
mean.
know what the consequences are for not, you know, loving the South.
I just want to be friends with him. I want him to be impressed by me.
Oh, really? The corporal? I'm scared of corporal. You
That's
know?
exactly why it's so
Oh.
manly about him in a way that I haven't achieved.
that,
That is not true.
Gunther, too,
Now,
that
don't
is
you
not
talk
true.
about yourself like that.
I don't feel like I have a full manness. That's
look
why.
at your chest. Unbutton. Come here.
I know.
Look at your
All
chest
right, I
of
have
hair.
started doing push-ups. Yeah, and the chest hair. It helps it grow. I think
I don't
the
got
push-ups.
any hair on my chest. I still got just like
Both of you
nothing.
got wives and kids.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
nobody waiting for me at home except for you
Well,
two.
you just
and
haven't met the right lady
Yeah.
yet, but she is out there.
She's
maybe.
out there.
I only joined this war because we can't hang out anymore because you guys are always at parent, helping with the
Right. Doing
schoolhouse.
all
and-
the parenting things.
Listen, if you would just like settle down, then
With
maybe
who?
you anyone look
she's
around.
out there. Maybe she lives right here in New Jersey. If we could get up,
If we
this
could get up this
damn
ridge,
hill,
Then maybe we can find
maybe
you. a
she's
lady.
waiting.
I think I'm starting to believe in this war.
All right.
See?
I saw joy.
I don't know.
So dumb.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's a true story. I'd like
Yeah.
to think it is.
Yeah.
I also don't know that the Illuminati story is
Right.
real. I take all of my parents' stories at face value as fact.
Are they? Do
I
you
like
have?
that.
Yep. Do you have big fish parents? You know what I mean by that?
No, I don't.
Oh,
What
like
does it-
who are telling tales.
Tell-
Oh, I
tales.
see.
My
Telling tall tales.
grandpa would tell tales.
Really?
Yeah. But I just enjoyed the story.
Did you know it was a tale?
Yes. I think maybe some of them were like loosely based on actual news events, but he really took liberties, and I love a story. I was like, there
Give me
for it.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fun.
I wasn't. Did you see? You guys seen that movie?
Oh, yeah.
Big Fish?
Yeah.
It's great.
I feel like I must have seen it at some point, but it was a long time ago. I don't remember the specifics other
Burned.
than kind of a circus carnival theme.
Yeah, something like
Ish,
that.
but no, burned into my memory. I love this movie. One of my faves. One of
I
my
love
faves.
this movie so much. It was so charming. I was already a fan, but I was like, whoa, Ian McGregor is fucking
You didn't say
just pure
hot.
He's hot, but he's more than that.
Hot.
There's just something about him that is like
a good actor.
a good act, but even he's got like a Cary Grant quality to him.
Yes.
He's got something radiating off of
je
him.
ne
that-
sais quoi.
he has a
Je
je
ne
ne
sais
sais
quoi.
quoi. He's got, I don't know what it is. I just love the hell out of that movie. And I saw it once. I don't know why.
I know it's like a yearly watch for me. I
Okay.
love
Okay.
that movie. I love Big Fish.
Wow.
Big Fish is up there. The Breakfast Club. I don't know. What's another one that I watch
Movies
every year?
that one could always watch.
Always watch. This theme comes up a lot on
It
this show.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, we're all artistes.
That's
You
true,
know,
yes.
we consume everything,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That's
yes.
true.
I'm trying to think about what is what new. I'm trying to think if I have a new entry into that.
Yeah.
Probably everything everywhere all at once.
Yeah,
We
that
had
one was.
Tally-
Ooh.
We had Tally. Were you here? Yeah, you were
yes,
here.
2 weeks
Tally
ago. Yeah,
Medell was in that. She was on this, but that's one for me. That's a new one. But I think there's another one that is even more than that I saw recently. I gotta
Poor
think about it.
Things?
No,
I
not
think-
poor. I did like Poor Things.
I like
a lot.
Poor Things. It's definitely not one I could
It-
rewatch a lot. I
yeah.
feel like it would break me.
I have seen the movie Clue, like I don't know how many times.
With all the different endings.
Yeah. I love that movie, and I also, what else can? Oh, I could always watch like a Miyazaki.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Spirited Away, Howl's Moving
Princess
Castle.
Mononoke.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I love that one. I haven't seen a ton. I've seen 3. I think I've seen Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, which is one of my favorite movies
Yeah,
ever.
it's
and,
incredible.
There's another one in there. Problemista.
This is the title of a film.
Yeah, it just came out.
I've heard the name. I haven't.
Julio.
I have not heard the
It's not
name.
Julio Torres, is it? Julio something. He's a stand-up, but he
Okay.
wrote and directed and starred in this movie.
Yes, I'm seeing the like poster appear in my brain now as you're describing it.
That's one.
I will have to watch this.
Damn, I feel like there's
They're like
something
weird,
else.
like weird ethereal, like I everything everywhere all at once. I mean, we don't need to harp on it. Just like that's one of those movies where I watched it and I was like, this is unlike anything I've ever seen and
Yeah.
unlike anything I will ever see again. Because if anyone does this, I'll just be like, oh, they're trying to do everything
Trying to do
everywhere
like
all at
that.
once.
Yeah, it's a classic for
Yeah.
sure. I really like the last Nicolas Cage movie that came out.
Oh, with Pedro Pascal or
No, I didn't like that one.
you didn't like that one?
No, I thought I
This
would.
is where Ralph
thought
and I
would
I
love
haven't
it.
become
seen,
enemies.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't
I
dislike
must
it.
live under a rock.
I love.
I mean, there's a lot of Nicolas Cage.
I
all
love
the time.
Nicolas Cage. Was it Renfield?
He's my favorite living actor.
He's incredible.
Not Renfield.
Interesting.
Dream Scenario.
I saw that one too. Also
yeah.
great.
I
So
love Dream
weird.
Scenario.
Okay.
That movie to
I
me is
should
a
be
perfect
taking
movie.
notes.
Yes. Honestly, Nicolas Cage is like a great actor to just follow his discography of like films because he says yes to everything. And he puts, I think he's quoted this. At one point he said in an interview, he's like, not every movie that I've done may be like a 100, but I give 100 to
there
every
you
movie.
go.
That is
I like
And
that
exactly
is
why I
him.
love him.
That's
Yeah.
him.
That's
He doesn't give a
him.
fuck how bad the script is.
Yeah.
He doesn't care how bad the
He
movie
wants
is.
to work.
He's gonna work.
I get it.
So good, and he's so good in everything.
I respect that. I respect that a lot. I really I feel like he is like that and Adam Sandler is like that.
Yeah,
I think they're both like, listen, I like to work.
he blew my mind in Righteous Gems. Uncut Gems. I was like, I'm getting a couple things conflated. Uncut Gems was.
Uncut Gems.
I mean, I have some. Would you like?
Oh, sure. Okay.
I mean, you walked in
Yeah.
here and.
I just want to look at the stones.
Okay. Well, these are some uncut gems.
Is it like a geode?
We have geodes.
Hey, babe, you finding a rock? You finding a
I'm
red ring? You
looking
finding
at
a rock?
all the rocks.
All right, babe.
They look good.
Whatever you want. Whatever my baby wants is what she gets.
Okay.
You
Whatever
two are not from Arizona,
No.
are you? No.
Not at all. What gave us away? What gave us
No,
away?
we are visiting.
From whereabouts?
Los Angeles.
Los LA.
Yeah.
I love LA.
Los Angeles.
Love living in LA
Me
with
and
my lover.
We're getting married. We're gonna,
Yeah.
big Hollywood
It's
wedding.
gonna be a big party.
Wow.
Maybe we can get you an invite.
Oh, no, thank you. But I would love to help, choose what gems and
First of all, I'm a
diamonds.
little insulted she didn't want to come to our wedding, but whatever my baby wants is what she gets.
I want a rock that has not been cut into. I want the one so big that it's like I can't even move because the rock weighs more than I do.
Whatever my baby wants is what she gets. Come on now.
Wow.
Pew, pew, pew.
Hey, let me talk to you for a second.
Wow.
You seem like a nice lady. Let me talk to
I'll
you for a
continue to just look at these different rocks.
Please. And everything is touchable. So just
I
graze,
love
touch,
that.
go nuts.
Thank you.
What do you have in the back there that's not? Is every diamond doesn't have to be a diamond. You know
No,
what I
of
mean?
course.
Some
No.
of the diamonds can be artificial or. Come on. Rock is a rock.
No, I know what you're saying.
Rock is a rock.
We do.
Rock is a rock.
Yeah, rock is a rock.
Rock
Yeah,
is a rock.
rock is a rock. But we do take quite a lot of pride.
Not so loud. Yeah,
We do take quite a lot of pride in.
I'm back. I missed you.
Hey, my baby. What my baby wants?
The two of you really
Remember what I said.
Soulmates is what I'm feeling.
I know.
That's what I've been saying
made
from the
for
jump.
each other.
Wow.
I know your favorite color. I know your favorite number.
I know your favorite outfit.
Can I test you? I love testing couples.
Okay.
I know this is just a gem
Lay it
store,
on
but
me.
Yeah.
Come on.
okay. So on the count of 3,
SAT.
what
Okay.
is her favorite color? 1, 2, 3.
Rouge.
Rouge.
Oh, great. Let's try and do it at the same time this time.
Okay.
I'm so curious.
Okay, we'll do yours.
Okay, so his favorite color. 1, 2, 3.
Money.
Money.
Wow. You too.
Yeah.
I didn't even know money was a color. I thought
I love
The color of money. Come
it's
on.
like such a special
Paul
green.
Newman. Anyway,
I'm just thinking about it. I'm getting carried away. Just
you about done, babe? I
Oh.
want to go to the Panda Express.
oh yeah, let's do that.
okay, so did you want the
Actually, I
John
think we're just.
You bring that up.
I'll be right back.
Bring that.
You two
Okay.
continue, please. Feel free to lick any of the gems while I'm gone. Yeah.
Delicious.
Babe,
Yeah.
I want to get, when I get to the Panda Express, I'm going to get back. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I get a lot of, I don't mean to cut this short, but we got to cut this short.
Okay, you want me to wait in the car?
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Scene. Were you trying to start a scene there when you did?
No,
I had no idea.
Did you guys not know that meme
No.
from several years ago?
No.
It was the actor from the movie. Julia Fox? Is that it?
Yeah.
She was doing a podcast, much like we are now, and the way she said the title of the film, she said it just like this. Uncut Gems. And it became this huge meme on the internet, and everyone was saying it like that, and I'm surprised you missed that
I
meme.
literally have never.
That's a big meme to miss.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen it.
I've seen a lot about her. When I saw that, she was probably my favorite part of the movie. I thought she was really great in that movie. I don't know that she'll ever do anything that good again, because it feels like celebrity just whoop,
It happens.
It
to
happens.
People. It happens to people.
and it's sad because you see somebody and I feel like you see somebody, you're like, oh, this person was born to do at least this role.
Yes.
They were born for it. And then, man, it probably really, damn, I don't know. I feel like I'm speaking out of turn, but it sort of feels like almost the same kind of thing happened to Ginger Red
Male or female?
woman, child actor.
Oh.
Lauren.
Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay
Lindsay
Lohan.
Lohan. But that's, I don't know, perhaps different people who grow up,
Yeah.
on television and in movies. I think that,
rough.
I think that must be quite rough.
Yeah.
It probably is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can remember the few things I saw her in before. Also, I was listening to a podcast today with Kel Mitchell. You know who that is?
Sure, Keenan.
Yeah,
and
Keenan and Kel.
Keenan and Kel. And he disappeared.
Yeah.
Keenan kind of went on, did SNL, and it was wonderful.
Yeah, what's Kel up to these
You
days?
usually listen to the podcast. It's quite
Okay.
fascinating. It's the first time he's really talked about what's happened with him. But anyway, I was thinking about Amanda Bynes.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's another story.
I remember
Yeah.
watching, she had that spin-off show from
She had
all
a
that.
tough road.
But she
Amanda
was
Bynes.
just like Lindsay, where you're just like, this person was born
So
to do
talented.
this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Incredibly talented.
And then,
Well, I
Wow.
hope they both continue to come back and do other things now
yeah.
that they're
Yeah.
adults.
there's a thing I've heard Jerry Seinfeld say where he's like, when you're, he says this happens to a lot of young comedians. Like, I think he was talking about like Sam Kinison, who, loved cocaine. And, but a lot of these people, he's like, talent is like a wild Mustang, and you throw some kid at 17 or 23 on this wild Mustang and you go, hey, do what you want. And it's like, it's a lot.
Or even those girls were much younger, though.
Much
They were
younger.
like
Yes.
10, 11,
And yeah, then you just,
Yeah.
it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to handle as an adult. Just like, I
Yeah.
don't know what that is. I don't know how I feel about, do you feel, I don't know how, I don't even know if I want to ask this question.
Ask it.
I don't know if I've ever asked you this, but I don't know where it sits for me. I don't have the idea of talent, what it is, where it's, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So is talent something you're born with, or can you earn it? That's sort of a
I have some thoughts.
I would like to hear your thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my thoughts are, I think it begins as just kind of an inclination or an interest, or you're drawn to this thing and then you start doing it and then you improve and then people perhaps encourage you. But I really think some of it must be innate, but more of it, I think, is just doing the thing all the time and practicing and
10,000
working
hours,
on it.
baby.
Yes. I really think like showing up all the time to do the thing is, I think that it becomes, talent, perhaps. This is how I feel presently about it.
Yeah. I go back and forth on this a lot because you see these like videos online of like the 4-year-old who picks up
A prodigy.
Yeah, they're like prodigies. And you're like, that's talent. That's like natural born talent. I don't know what the word is for the thing that you earn. There's talent and then there's there's like honing that talent. But then there's like, I see it a lot as a teacher where it's like somebody who comes into a level 1 improv class, they have 0 acting talent, 0 acting background, 0, all of it. But then over the course of like 2 or 3 levels, you see this new talent emerge and this new skill. It's definitely practice. But it's really fascinating. I think it's easy for people to get really hung up on these like prodigies. And they're like, well, it doesn't matter how much I practice. Like, look how far ahead they are already. And I'm older. So how am I going to get there? I'm a product of it. I definitely have like had that thought when it comes to other things like instruments. Like I've started guitar like 3 times. I own a violin that I can play 2 notes on. Like I learned piano as a kid, but then I didn't have that natural talent for it. It took work to really learn it and get better at it. So it became something that I wanted to abandon quickly. I don't know. It's interesting. I wish more people were comfortable with how difficult it is to get good at things. And that's one part of like the next generation. I see it with my nieces and nephews, like glued to their iPhones and iPads. And I'm just like, oh God, like anything is going to feel so hard because you're just like here right now, glued to the thing. I have to remember we're not on video. It's just glued to your phone or glued to your, just the idea of like, it takes work. And I see it already. My one niece is like very naturally acrobatic. Like she can do the flips and the back bends. And my other niece, who's the exact same age, only a few months apart, does not have that at all. And my niece, who's good at it, tried really desperately to get her cousin to like do the dance things with her and do this stuff. But very quickly, you see the one niece just kind of give up because it's like, this is too hard. And I'm watching someone my age be better at it than me. And I want to get to a place in society where that doesn't make us feel bad about ourselves, but it excites us. Where it's like, I love walking into an acting class or an improv class and I'm the worst one there. That is the most exciting thing for me as a performer and a student. That's because I know I'm going to get better. If I'm in a room with people who I'm like, I'm better than everybody in this room, I'm not learning
that's not
anything.
A good attitude for anything. I don't think. It's a dangerous attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where in your life are you most fired up?
What do you mean?
Just in general. If you could locate a topic or an interest or a realm of your life where you most really...
I could talk about improv forever.
Okay.
Forever and ever and ever.
You are on the right podcast.
Forever and ever and ever.
Absolutely. What is that lifelong? Is that relatively recent? Where do you think that... Where did you identify like, whoa?
Yeah,
this is it.
Yeah.
So acting,
is it improv next to acting, or do you see them as very distinct?
I think they're very distinct. I think they go hand in hand. And when you're an actor, oh my God, you better have some improv training. And if you're an improviser, my God, learn to do some acting as well. Like they really do go hand in hand. But I don't think, when I was a kid, like my dad was a big fish storyteller, but I believed all of it. And he was all about make believe. One of my earliest memories is playing, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a Prince Charming. That's it. With my little brother and me. And I was like Snow White or Aurora or one of the princesses. And I had eaten the apple and I was asleep. And
there's a lot of stories mixed in here.
Dude, but I remember, like my dad, like walking up as the horse, the white horse, and like loading me and my brother onto his back. And like, I remembered right then and there. Like truly the feeling of like, this is what I want to do forever. I just want to play make believe. Wow. I don't want to be, I never had the feeling of I can't wait to be a grown up. It was more like, I can't wait to be old enough that I can make choices on my own. But there was never a part of me that was like, I can't wait to be a grown up with a job and like be married. It was like, no, I've always had this childlike excitement in me that like, so obviously acting was like that first step towards it. And then when I moved out to LA in 2011. It was Kevin Lapson. I don't know if you know Kevin.
Oh yeah. He's great guy.
Kevin Lapson.
Shout out to you, Kevin.
Kevin, we love you.
Shout out, Kevin.
I don't think Kevin even knows this, but Kevin, you're the reason I, got involved in improv. I went to acting school, New York Film Academy, did a year in New York and a year in LA. And my year in New York is when I met Kevin, and I walked in being like, I'm not an improviser. I'm an actor. I'm going to do serious acting roles. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be so serious. I don't have time for this. Improv scares me because I don't have a script. And Kevin was the first person who like got me to get it and like have fun doing it and didn't have that fear of like, well, what do you mean I don't know what to say next? And so when I went out to LA, he really encouraged me. He was like, go check out UCB or Second City and like just keep doing it. And so I went through the whole Second City program. I went through the UCB program in LA. I performed at Second City a bunch. Then I moved back to New York in like 2014, and I got involved at the Pit almost immediately. And then I was teaching by 2017, 2018.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah, I hardcore went through the improv world. Like I got involved, like I said, right around
it by storm.
Yeah, right around 2010, 2011 is right when I dipped my toes in. And then, I'd say about 7 to 8 years later, I was teaching.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Were you always at the Pit, or did you go other places?
I've got my teaching start at the Pit, and then I over the pandemic, one of my online students, 'cause that's when we were doing Zoom prov. One of my Zoom students, she and her husband acquired a theater down in Dallas, and they hired me for 2 years to go down there and write the curriculum and help them open up their theater/improv school.
Wow.
So I've technically taught at the Pit and DCC, Dallas Comedy Club. Shout out to DCC.
Amazing.
Shout out to you, DCC.
That's so, one of the things, I don't know why I'd say this. One of the things that is humbling is I believe, because also I'm also like, how did we never meet?
Yes.
This has been my experience with so many improv.
If
Really?
you
People.
arrived there in 2014, then we passed
just missed
we
each other.
just missed
in the night. Yeah.
But I was at the Pit. I've been at the Pit steadily since like 2009.
Yeah.
So
I knew you when I got involved, but I was like a little baby. Like I said, I started as a work set. Whenever I start at a new school, I don't try to weasel my way into level 2. I start at level 1. I start every school right at the beginning. I did the annoyance over the summer. Almost a decade ago at this point too. But like everywhere I start, I'm like, I want to start at 1 because I want to be a part of the community here. And the best way to do that is start with newbies and work your way up and be humble and watch the people who have been here longer than you. So when I got involved at the Pit, I started with Christine Pinero's level 1 class. And then I started doing the work study, and I saw you performing around. And I mean, that's the thing. It was like, this is quite an honor to be on your podcast, Ralph. Cause you were always, one of the people I watched and was like, God, I can't wait to be that patient and that confident with like just making shit up on stage. And this was after I had gone through programs all over, and I still like the Pit was the first place I showed up where I saw performers doing stuff on stage where I was like, you need to learn how to do what they're doing. And, I love the Pit. The Pit, the reason it's like that is because no one there there is no curriculum, y'all. There's nothing.
It's just a mess.
We have kind of guideposts.
We
right?
do. We have guideposts.
Yes,
we do. I'll give Anthony, our new director of education, major
Shout out
props.
to you, Anthony.
Anthony worked with the teachers when he got hired, and we have little goalposts now. And but yeah, I mean, it's a choose your own adventure school. That's how I describe it. If you want to learn improv, but you don't want to be told that you have to do it a certain way, go to the Pit because it's a really fun way to learn it. Every teacher teaches things a little bit differently. You could go through the program 3 times and have a totally different experience each time.
I do appreciate that. That's how my theater program was in college.
Yeah.
There was no rhyme or reason, but the teachers were very dedicated.
Yes.
They knew what they were teaching, and they had, or they were close knit, but there wasn't a real. It was just like, okay, I guess we need these classes.
Yep.
And then, but it was also so loose that it was also like the Pit in this way, where it was a private college, it was a private university, and it was very expensive. So there was so much money around that it was just kind of like, people were just like, I don't know, do a show in the parking lot, do it. You could just, there was just resources. So you had these classes that had I don't know what technique they were teaching, but you just had these classes. The teachers cared, but you just kind of in the class.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, okay, put up a show. You're in this main stage show, and this person's doing a show in the garage. This person does a show in the unisex bathroom, whatever. And so
you guys, I need a cup of coffee after this day. I mean, I have been trying to get my lesson plan together, and it's just not arriving. And I just wanted to talk to you guys to see how it's going for you. It's like I'm standing in front of my classroom and I don't know what I'm doing.
I got a melted chocolate bar if you want that. I don't know if we have any coffee.
Well, thanks for offering that. But
I mean, I totally, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's overwhelming standing in front of all these kids, and you're trying to figure out how to teach them math.
It's
and
so stressful.
so fucking
Aren't
stressful.
you stressed?
I'll be
Eugene?
honest. I'll be honest. I missed my first class today. I was late.
Eugene.
Wow. I mean,
I called in. I said, you guys do page 7. I didn't tell them what book. I forgot to call back and tell them what book to do page 7 out of.
Eugene, what a disaster. For all of us, it's just such a disaster here.
Honestly, though, how much can we blame ourselves? We're doing our best.
We're doing our best with what we have.
I'm trying so hard.
I can see it, Eugene.
Yeah.
I slept in my Buick.
Oh,
Eugene.
you have a seatbelt print on your forehead.
Yeah.
I don't know how I got there.
That's going to take a while to go away.
Listen, you're a new teacher.
Yeah.
And I know you really care about the students.
I do. It's only my second week.
And we see the glow of freshness off of you.
That's nice.
See the hopeful desire and the fresh
The optimism.
I just want someone to, help me develop a better lesson plan.
Unfortunately, that's all on you, baby girl. We all
Right.
kind of had to come up with our own thing.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. I'm not telling you you're not going to cry someday.
I have to find it within myself.
But you have to find it within you.
Every day before my class, I take a long 2-hour walk through the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time I arrive at my class, I still have no idea what I'm going to teach. But I just pretend I'm still walking through the woods. And I do that every day.
About you, Eugene.
I write random numbers on the blackboard, and I will throw in like an equal sign with one last random number at the end, and then I'll just tell them, figure it out. Which, what are these called?
Plus,
minus, those.
Right.
Thank you.
You're letting them choose.
Exactly. They need to choose.
Right.
They need to teach themselves and teach me.
Right.
At the end of each week, I attend a mosque and I do a prayer.
Wow, Eugene,
The people in the mosque.
I'm learning so much about you.
I don't know anything about
Amazing.
Islam. I don't know anything about it. I just kind of end up there, and I guess it helps me with my lesson plan. You just got to go with the wind.
Okay.
You got to go where the wind takes you. Too much planning will stifle you.
Okay, the wind is telling me I have to go find coffee for this teacher's lounge because we don't have any. And
I got a Toblerone in here. It's also
Toblerone's
melted.
pretty good. You should take a nibble. We've been sharing it for the last 3 weeks.
It's one of those big ones.
Yeah.
Maybe I should find an.
Monica, you seem really unhappy here.
Yeah, maybe I should find another school that has coffee.
Monica, I'm going to tell you something right now.
What?
Other schools might have coffee.
Yeah.
But all the schools have kids.
Every one of them.
Every single one.
I've looked.
There's so many of
There's
them.
so many, and they outnumber us.
Oh my God.
All you can do is survive.
Right.
Here's something that you should know about this department.
What, Eugene?
It's what subject that we teach.
What do we even teach?
I don't know. See? Oh, it feels good. There was something percolating and I lost it.
Sorry
gone.
if I interrupted.
No, absolutely not. This is beautiful. That's how we want
Gotta
it.
get those scenes in, y'all.
Gotta get them in.
Gotta
Well,
get 'em in.
Okay, so we know about New Jersey. We know about your dad.
You know about improv.
Know about
Like,
improv.
improv is
Improv.
the thing. Yeah.
I always wanted to ask you about your experience in Dallas. That was. And when did you go?
So I was there from 2021 through 2023.
Right after the pandemic. So
Right
wait a minute. So we saw because
Yep, I had my going away party. Did you come to that?
no
At the
because
tank?
my ex and we left at the end of 2020. So we were probably already gone.
You all were gone. Okay.
Because I think we went to Dallas to try to see you.
But I was gone or I wasn't there yet?
When did you get there?
I got there in end of July of 2021.
I think that's around. No, that might be around when we were there, or maybe we knew you were going to be there
But
and you weren't there
didn't
already.
see each
yet.
other.
Yeah, I think
I
us
kind of-
going to Dallas because we only actually ended up being there for like a night because it freaked
Gotcha.
us out.
Yeah, it is kind of a terrible city. We
Get
could talk
this.
about it.
I'm from Texas.
What?
I'm from Houston.
Where in Houston? My boyfriend's from Houston.
When I was born and raised, like next to Rice University.
Okay.
But so I'm from Houston, but I have never been to Dallas.
It scared me a lot.
Dallas is
it's a big state.
Yes.
Yeah.
First of all, Texas is fucking enormous. I can curse, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Say
It's
whatever you
fucking
want.
enormous. It's so big.
Wouldn't be Texas if you didn't curse.
Truly. I'm honestly almost in the camp of like, let Texas be their own country. Honestly. Like
If that's what they really want.
If that's what they really want, and it's so big, and honestly, rest of America, you're not missing much.
Yeah.
So like,
I don't feel safe
it's
there.
not
Really?
a safe place to be.
It's not
yeah.
safe, but I do.
It's a big reason why I left.
Yeah, everybody's
in
got
Dallas,
it.
Dallas feels unsafe.
Dallas was like everybody's
got a gun.
got guns.
Everybody
wants to throw a fit if you've got a sign that says like you can't bring your gun in here.
Yeah,
Everybody wants to lose their
scary.
minds. It's like, oh man, and the road rage is next level.
Yeah.
When I
If
was
there's something you should know about this town, everybody got a gun.
Everybody got a gun. It is
Everybody
in the
got a
town
gun.
charter that everybody has to have.
That's
a
the
gun.
thing you got to know about
You
this
have
Oh,
town.
got
right.
to have one in this town.
all right, well, you know, I'm new. I'd like,
Well, welcome.
thank you.
Oh, yeah,
Welcome
baby.
in.
Yiddity.
My name is Hank.
That ain't gonna help
Pleasure
you.
to meet you, Hank. There are a lot of other Hanks, so we need to distinguish you from the other Hanks.
Probably buy your gun.
Right.
I ain't got a gun. Yeah,
Everybody got a gun.
Where do I
Everybody's
get a
got
gun?
Now that's the first part of joining
Yes,
this town.
we can help you. We can tell you.
We can guide, but we can't tell you.
Is
We
this
can't
like-
directly tell you. where-
Is this like a colder, hotter situation?
Well, it might be.
Just know everybody got a gun.
Yes.
Just know that.
And you must procure a gun to live in this town. And
That really is the
Yeah.
test of whether or not you.
that's
you are
true.
fit
Of
to
whether
live
you
in this
belong
town.
in this town.
Do you end up with a gun within a month?
Yes.
It sounds like I gotta steal a gun. I'm looking at you right now.
Mitchell. Neither Mitchell and I. We didn't say anything about how you get the gun. You decide for yourself. how you
That's
get
right.
The gun.
That's right.
But just know,
Everybody has one.
everybody got a gun.
What about
The may.
some finger guns?
No, that is not a gun.
This ain't a game.
That is.
This ain't a game. The mayor. If you ever see the mayor speak publicly,
Ooh,
but wear a bulletproof vest.
Yes.
Somebody's gonna get shot.
that's true.
I don't know why I moved here.
It is a dangerous place to live.
Why do y'all live here?
I love guns.
I'm rich.
Oh,
I make a lot of money here, and the guns are nice.
That's true.
The guns are very fun.
Everyone's jealous of you. They don't say it out loud so much because,
I'm the most rich person.
It's
in this
true.
oh no! I can
It's
tell you've
true.
got hundreds falling out of your top there.
why don't you give new gunless Hank, just give him some money to get that gun.
Come on,
I can give you some money.
You're a very generous
come
man.
on, give me a little bit of money.
But if you think any amount of money is going to help you procure a gun,
You might be mistaken.
you're mistaken.
You might be mistaken.
You're mistaken. That ain't going to help you at all.
We keep some secrets in this town.
yeah, I
You
could
gotta
tell
keep
you,
you know.
digging very
y'all,
deep.
y'all aren't being very welcoming. I'm just
No.
gonna say it. It kind of feels like you don't want me to move to this town.
I am the
Kinda-
gatekeeper of this push open door saloon.
Mitchell's been running this saloon for a
That's
long
true.
time.
Mitchell-
And I stay right here in between the shutter doors of the saloon, right in the middle of them, so
That's-
I can let people in or out.
17 years.
Yeah,
Mitchell-
17 years.
Why don't you like me, Mitchell?
It's not that I don't like you. It's just everyone already has a gun.
We're quite fond of you, but you got to understand.
Them's is the rule.
You know what?
What?
Was either of you ever born with a gun? Was you born with a gun in your hand? I
Each
don't think
baby
so.
that's born
Each
in this
baby.
county.
I love
even
the
know.
image of a baby coming out of a body holding just like A little gun.
I don't know where that was going, but I like that you.
This is my worst nightmare.
Babies with guns.
Yeah, well, just I'm for peace.
Yes,
Yeah,
all peace. Yes.
Peace up, A-Town down.
Yeah, I mean, Texas was tough. Dallas was not a great city.
But
I wish it had
sounds
been.
like you had a cool job, though.
I had a very cool job. I lived walking distance to the theater, so I did not get a car. I would walk to and from work each day, which means I had super healthy boundaries. No, I did not have healthy boundaries. I was just working all the time, But honestly, the thing that really clinched it was the second year I was there, no joke, at least 3 times a week, there was a shooting on the street that the theater was on.
Whoa.
And not
That's
just
Yikes.
not like
It's too much. I don't know why I said that.
It's too much.
Yeah.
3 times a week. And sometimes it would be on the opposite, it was one long street, that went, it's in New York, right? So it's one long avenue essentially, with multiple streets. And it would be on one end. So it would be okay, well, it's not that. It's kind of far away. It's not that scary. But then it was just as that last year, it was just it felt like every other day.
Yeah.
This makes
they love
me-
their guns.
They love their guns and they love to drink.
I feel vindicated because when we were in Dallas, I just remember feeling like we should not be here.
Yeah.
Let's get out of it.
Let's go.
We were just we got to go. There was no shooting.
No.
You could just feel it.
Everyone's angry.
Yeah.
Everyone's angry. Everyone's got a gun. Everyone's drunk. And everyone's got a car. And so
Yeah.
it's this
Malice in Dallas.
wild
Ooh,
combination.
Hey.
Hey, speaking of working, you're listening to Radio Free Brooklyn, independent listener supported radio. Thank you for listening to Radio Free Brooklyn. Your support keeps us going. Hey, do you want to read one of these?
Yeah,
Read the second paragraph.
read it.
Radio Free Brooklyn's mission is to provide a free and open platform to our community and promote media literacy,
Everyone
education,
got a gun.
free expression, and public art. We rely primarily on donations from listeners like you. Every dollar helps us stay on the air and allows us to continue our work in the community.
Uncut gems.
We are a 501c3 nonprofit
Not the
organization.
Illuminati.
So all contributions are tax deductible. Please support with a monthly pledge or a one-time donation at radiofreebrooklyn.org /donate.
Perfect.
Hey.
Yeah. You read some of this.
Pass it around.
All right. RFB mobile app. If you'd like to listen to RFB when you're not in front of your computer, please download our free mobile app for iPhone and Android. Available in
Sit
the App
down,
Store
Grandma.
for iPhone or the Google
I
Play
don't
Store for
wanna
Android.
sit.
Newsletter, verbatim read. Please be sure to subscribe to our monthly newsletter for the latest news about new programming and upcoming RFB events. You can sign up at radiofreebrooklyn.org /newsletter.
Newsletter. Love it. Okay. Man, this hour has gone by quickly.
Is it
Yes.
already over?
Almost.
It's almost. We're almost there.
What?
What is the thing that you wanted people to know?
Yes.
Or what is the thing you wanted to say? What is the thing you wanted to accomplish in this hour that has not happened yet?
I don't know. I wanted to gush about what a great performer you were. So check mark. I did that.
That was lovely.
Yeah, I mean, Ralph, you're great. I'll say this. This is the one thing I want to say on this podcast is lately it's been interesting. I've had a lot of people ask me oh, so you're back at the pit, you're teaching, what's next? What are you going to do
You're
next?
a wonderful
What's next?
teacher,
What's
by
next?
the way. You do a wonderful drop in.
Thank you.
At least one every week, right? Maybe.
I do 2 drop-ins a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 1:30 to 3:30 at the pit. But honestly, my answer, and I don't know, and maybe y'all can weigh in on this, but I'm good. I'm happy. I love teaching.
I love that. What a great answer.
I love it. The only thing that would make life better is if I made more money doing exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I'm I don't know, if that's possible. I guess if the improv bubble keeps growing, maybe. But I don't know what's next.
Are you performing a lot these days?
I am, but I've realized that I get so much more joy out of teaching and coaching than I do performing. And I love performing, but I'm not as hungry for it anymore.
Found your zone.
Yeah. I'm hungry to teach. I'm hungry to coach.
As a fellow teacher, I think it's really good for teachers to keep their edge.
I agree. I definitely agree. And it's why I've actively started performing more in the last few months. And I host the Thursday Jam as well, 5:30. And so I play during that a lot of the times with the groups that go up or at the end with my own group. But yeah, I love it. I love teaching. I love coaching. I love it when I have a group of people walk in and they're just like, I don't know. And by the end, they're just like feeling confident and they're like looking at each other being like, dude, that was so funny when you did that thing. It's like that gets me high in a way that performing really never did. And I still get a high performing. I fucking love it. Mm-hmm. Believe me. I like the attention. But
where can we find you on the internet?
At Alu_who, ALU_WHO.
Love it.
Aluhu, on Instagram. And then eventually, hopefully by early next week, my website will be live. And then you can go to aluhu.com, ALUWHO.com.
I do want to say this. I don't know what it was or is, but for some reason, since we've met, I always have thought, that we are like very different. I was like, you're a particular kind of person, bright and enthused and
loud.
And I was like, I don't think and now every time we've met and hung out, I'm very struck by how much we have in common.
Yeah, Ralph.
We do have a lot in common.
I think we do have a lot.
Yes,
yeah,
that's true.
I'm just I overcompensate by just being so
wonderful
in your face
and bright.
Mommy's little meatball.
I'm Mommy's little meatball.
It says Mommy's little meatball.
I am Mommy's little meatball. I am,
does.
and all of my
Love
babies are my little meatballs.
It's fantastic. Yeah, I also relate to that. I'm scared sometimes of how much I enjoy teaching.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
That's wonderful, though. We need teachers who care about their
jobs.
God.
I really like. It's like the greatest feeling in the world, and I'm lucky right now. Like, and I love Ali. If you do listen to this, major props. I left for 2 years, and he hired me back like that without even blinking an eye. He had me back teaching classes within a week of being back in New York.
They need you.
Yes,
I give him props.
100%. That's true. Also, one, I think you and Ali should do a show called Ali Alu.
Kind of amazing.
Also, yeah, I feel like Ali Farnakin I really want to get him on the show. I think he's one of the most fascinating. He's a fascinating
he really
person.
is.
An interesting person.
He has stories for days. You know, he has a podcast now.
Really?
He hasn't released episodes yet, but he's
a secret podcast.
Yes,
wow.
He's banked many episodes because I'm on one of the episodes.
Wow.
Oh my word!
He's gone through like a bunch of the pit teachers and like Centralia. He's interviewed and like, and I don't know where they are, but I have been
someday
like begging.
Will,
I'm like, can I please listen to these?
Someday they'll be released. Well, speaking of podcasts, thank you so much for being a guest.
Tell people how to find you, Aston.
Podcast. Yes, you can find me on the internet at Aston Hollins. AstonHollins. And how about you, Ralph?
Also, Aston, at some point soon, will have a open mic.
Oh my gosh, it's happening.
It's happening?
It's happening.
Yes. Say it.
Okay, I have a 4-month run coming up at a Brick Ox. Shout out to you, Brick
that's
Theater.
where the clown thing is.
Yeah. So it's going to be 2 Thursdays a month from 7 to 9:30 starting in July. So I will keep everyone posted via my social media.
Yeah, is this like a stand-up open mic?
It is any performance, but you have to be over 35.
That's fine.
Perform.
There it is.
That's fine.
So everybody, if you're out there and you're a performer
We're
over 35,
old.
we're not. We're young.
Yeah.
I want to see what you've been working on.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited. I'll keep everyone posted.
Hell
And
yeah.
you can find me, Ralph Jean Pierre, the music that I make, which at some point I'll learn how to talk about on here, this podcast, and all the friends who are on this podcast, and any other information about me at preciousgorgeous.com. There's been no suggestion. Thank you, Kim, for being on the show. Aston Hollins co-host, we love you. Good night.
Good night, Brooklyn.